Mr. Munoz. I realize that you've been on the United Airlines board of directors for quite some time, but as the person who's made more YouTube videos about United than any other person or media outlet, I'm making this video to you to say, welcome to United as Chief Executive Officer. Now, there's no reason you should know me. I have never actually directly worked for United, although I feel like I do. My mom worked for United for 30 years, and I've flown on no other airline than United Airlines since I was 6 years old. I am 53. I love United Airlines, and I know at an age of cynicism and knee-jerk negative responses to just about everything, it's rare to say that about anyone or any group or any corporation, but I love United. Were it not for United, I would not have seen the best of people, the best of the United States, indeed the best of the world. At 7 years old, I met real estate developers who were white in the 70s, just actually before 1970, well, 1969, and who would talk to me as if I mattered and I knew something. I'm black, kid, they're white. At a time when, looking back, people make you think, hey, those times racially were really, really bad. Well, not for me. And that was because of United. My mom even said that I was so accustomed to white women being nice to me as a kid that she wouldn't be surprised if I married someone who was white as an adult. Of course, I haven't been fortunate enough to meet a great wife yet. There's still time. But the bottom line is that none of that and other things would have happened were it not for United Airlines. For me, United has always meant two things primarily: service and comfort. If you think about it, service and comfort make people happy, and they lead to the positive interactions that I've had on United Airlines for my life. Jeff Smisek has done an outstanding job trying to steer an elephant and get it basically to merge with another elephant and work as one elephant. Now, I know there are people listening to this who will crack up and laugh and everything else, but the bottom line is he took on a tough job and managed to come out with better stock price than we had before, indeed in quite some time, in terms of its increase. I'm not a shareholder. But there's one problem that I'm really asking you to address, and that is the overuse of planes that are a bit too small on some routes. I'm not going to list the planes. I think you know what I'm talking about, because I don't want to besmirch the air carriers or the manufacturers of those airplanes. That's not the intent of my vlog. I'm simply saying that a balance must be struck between comfort and cost. We have a great fleet of new wide bodies, 787s. We have a workhorse fleet of 777s and 767s. We can combine those and put them more on domestic routes and occasionally use, yes, I'm about to say it, a 747. Prior to the merger, you may remember this, we would occasionally use a 747 coming out of Chicago, going into San Francisco. It was a great way of clearing out the passenger inventory, if you will, making sure people got home. That's lost. If we can figure out a way to get back to those times when a person could look out and say, hey, there's a wide body, I love that, we'll get a lot of passengers back. But I'm not saying do it at the risk of our profit structure. But I know there's a balance that can be struck. I know it's there. We just have to find it. Also, when you think of United, think of the people who work for United. There are a lot of wonderful people who give many hours helping passengers, wearing a smile, getting up, doing their work. Your job, your second job, your second objective is to really make certain that all of the airline employees feel like they work for one airline and that you don't have Continental over here and United over here. I was pretty shocked once I got on one plane and it was a throwback Continental plane, but I'm getting on United, and I thought, sometimes the airline feels more like Continental than United, and I have nothing against Continental. But again, United, for obvious parochial reasons, is very special to me. When United had the Flying U and Saul Bass was the creator of our symbol, that was America to me. United took Olympic athletes to their destinations. It took many, many happy people to the inauguration of the first black president, Barack Obama, Washington, D.C. United was, for all practical purposes, and has been, the chariot of freedom. And again, I don't care how that sounds. That's how I feel. Please, as CEO of United, work to maintain the United that I have come to know and love, and also reintroduce it. Thank you, and welcome to United Airlines.